My three stories all take place at different ages, and two of them involve stories from my dance studio. My first story takes place at about 8 or 9. I was competing my very first dance solo. We were at the hardest competition we go to, and I wasn't certain I would do very well because it was my first solo. After I performed my solo, I was Tinkerbell, I thought I'd done pretty good. My teachers thought I did as well. When we got to awards, I tried to keep my expectations low and was completely blown away when the announcer called my name for first place overall. I still remember that feeling and how happy I was that all my hard work had paid off. For my second story, I cannot remember exactly how old I was. I do know that I had one of those play Jeeps though. It was a Barbie Jeep, and it was the one that you could ride in as a toddler. Well, my parents had just finished setting it up, and I wanted to drive it, immediately of course, in the house. And this is how I ended up crashing it into my mother's curio cabinet and slamming my head through the glass. There was glass everywhere, but thankfully I wasn't injured and I went around about the rest of my day like nothing had happened. For my final story, it takes place just a few months back. I was at one of my 5-hour-long dance rehearsals, and we were trying a new lift. One of my guy teammates was the person getting lifted, and he is not used to that type of work. He's usually the one lifting us. So when he went to jump into our arms, he somehow hit me. I think it was with his arm, but all I remember is ending up on the floor and my nose hurt really bad. So then I got back up. I told everyone I was fine, and so we continued lifting. And then another one of my teammates was doing a different lift, and she also kicked me in the nose, and I went down again. And that time I started crying, but it wasn't because of the pain, it was because of the shock. But anyways, I wake up the next morning with a black eye. And both of my teammates apologized over and over and over again, but I still think it's a super funny story. So those were my 3 stories. I hope you found them a little bit funny, because I sure did.